All right, let's talk about something that trips up just about every single Python developer at some point. You know the feeling. You change one variable, and suddenly another one you didn't even touch changes right along with it. Or maybe the opposite happens. You expect it to change, and it just doesn't. Well, today, we're going to crack that mystery wide open, and it all starts with a very simple puzzle. So, to kick things off, I've got a little puzzle for you. It looks super straightforward, but trust me, the answer reveals a fundamental truth about how Python actually thinks. Okay, here's the code. First line, x equals 10. Easy enough? Next up, y equals x. So in our heads, we're thinking both x and y are now holding the value 10. Make sense? And finally, we just update x a little bit. We say x equals x plus 5. So here's the big question. We definitely changed x. But since we said y equals x, what happened to y? Go on, take a second. Lock in your answer. And the answer is x is 15, no surprise there. But look at y. Y is still 10. It didn't budge. Wait, what? We literally said y equals x, but changing x didn't affect y at all? How is that even possible? Well, the reason for that weirdness has a name: immutability. This is the first piece of the puzzle, and it's going to make everything we just saw click into place. See? In Python, certain types of data are what we call immutable. It's a fancy word, but all it means is cannot be changed. That's it. Once an object, like the integer 10, is created, that specific thing in the computer's memory is set in stone. You literally can't alter it. So let's replay what Python was actually doing under the hood. When we said x equals 10, Python created an integer object for 10 and put a label called x on it. Then y equals x. Now, Python didn't make a new copy of 10. Instead, it just put a second label, y, on that very same object. So you have two names pointing to one thing. But here's the magic trick. When we said x equals x plus 5, Python couldn't change the original 10 object because it's immutable. So what did it do? It had to create a brand new object for the value 15, somewhere else in memory. Then it just moved the x label over to this new object. And the y label? It never moved. It's still sitting there, faithfully pointing to the original unchanged 10. And it's not just for numbers. The usual suspects for immutable types are integers, strings, and tuples. So from now on, whenever you think you're changing one of them, just remember, what you're really doing is making a whole new one behind the scenes. Okay, so you're probably thinking, got it. Variables are just labels, and changing one just makes a new thing. Simple, right? Well, not so fast. Let's add a little twist to our story. This time, let's try it with a list. The setup is almost identical. We create a list called A with a few numbers in it. Then, just like before, we say B equals A. But this time, we're not going to reassign A. We're going to modify it directly with .append 4. All right, prediction time again. Based on what we just saw with the integer, you'd probably expect B to stay exactly the same, right? But is a list the same kind of thing as an integer? What does your gut say is going to happen to B this time? And boom, take a look at that. This time, they both changed. When we added a number to A, B changed right along with it. So what gives? Why did this behave in the complete opposite way? Well, this brings us to the other side of the divide. The second and final half of Python's big secret. And that is the world of mutable types. If immutable means can't be changed, then mutable, you guessed it, means can be changed. These are the kinds of data that you can modify directly after you create them, without Python needing to make a whole new object. So let's picture it again with our labels. We made one list object, we put two labels on it, A and B. But this time, because lists are mutable, when we called .append on A, Python didn't need to create a new list. It just went over to the original list and tacked the number 4 right on the end. It changed it in place. And since both A and B were still pointing at that one list, of course they both saw the change. The big ones to watch out for in the mutable world are lists, dictionaries, and sets. When you're using these, just remember you're often modifying the original object directly, and that can have ripple effects. So really, this is the whole secret. The entire concept boils down to this one simple rule. For immutable types, any change creates a new object. For mutable types, the change happens to the original object. If you can just burn that into your brain, you've mastered this concept.
Okay, so this is a kind of cool peek under the hood of Python. But why does it actually matter? How does this affect you when you're actually trying to build something?
It matters because, and I am not exaggerating here, this is one of the biggest keys to writing code that doesn't have weird, confusing bugs. Seriously. When you see data changing in a way that makes no sense, especially when you're passing it into functions, 9 times out of 10, this is the reason.
Knowing this gives you a proper mental model. You're not just guessing anymore. You can actually visualize what Python is doing with your data, how it's passing things around, and why your variables are behaving the way they are. It's a total game changer. So I'll leave you with this to think about. Now that you know this rule, what does it mean when you write functions? If you pass a list, a mutable object, into a function, and that function adds an item to it, you've just changed the original list, maybe creating a side effect you never intended. Thinking about stuff like this is what really separates the beginners from the pros. And now you know the secret.